get it all from this. Holy Spirit, speak through me. Yeah. Hey. Ooh, I wanna be used by you. Ooh, I wanna be used by you. When I look at my son, it's bringing me joy. The way that you looking at me made me feel like I won the award. Feel your breath when they press and record. In the booth, we just on one accord. With these verses, I'm going to war. I'm the stain for you, call me your boy. I just wanna be used by my father, cause the point is to show him my Abba. I just feel like the time is upon us. We the children in need of his guidance. I don't need no AP to live in this timing. Like it's shady, we still not afraid. Tell my lady I'm here to the grave. Put me in like I play for the Braves. You had a good run, but he closing the game. Yeah. Behold him, build this with your own hands. Share your glory with no man. Leave my heart wide open. Got me when the walls was closing. Now your water's flowing. I can't stop this moment. Stand on the top, see it all bitter. When I stand on the rock, see it all clearer. Yeah, my pops told me about a pallbearer who can open caskets, he a soul stealer. When you look at my jeans, you can't compare them, cause the spirit of God gave me raw denim. Had voids in me, only God filled them. Never thought he'd ever put a cross in them. Ooh, I wanna be used by you.
Alright, what's going on? So I'm going to be going over the reason why I took the market maker buy model setup that I did. So starting off with the daily, basically we've been having bullish order flow, on the NASDAQ. And I'm on the CFDs right now, right? This is not the futures contract, but this is CFDs. So, we have bullish order flow, and so I'm looking to be a buyer and just trade in line with that, right? Most easy, effortless, high probability thing to do. So the 1 hour acted really as my, overall narrative for the intraday price action, right? So we basically had price just complete a market maker buy model, all right, and use this fair value gap, all right, on the sell side of it first. So when we trade above it and we get that close, then it's used as an inversion fair value gap. So they're going to buy within this. So this is overall my key level that I was looking at, right? Also within this key level, we have Asia sell side liquidity. So a key liquidity pool that was used, right, in line with this inversion fair value gap. I wanted to see price basically trade into here, all right, and from liquidity I wanted to trade into a gap, right? So inefficiencies. So that's all the market is doing, every day. It's just going from liquidity to inefficiencies all day. So I basically looked at this large wick, and like ICT says, right, 50% of large wicks are gaps. So I was looking for price to trade into there, and then also into the extreme premium at the 25%, all right, of that. And so that's basically where I look for my narrative, right? So then I went for some framework on the 15-minute time frame, so that we had basically a low formed, and then we traded below that low, forming a classical intermediate term low, right? So when we have a classical intermediate term low, these are referred to as high resistance lows, and we don't expect these to get taken out. So I had that low formed, and now that gave me confidence to go into lower time frame and also just get a little more framework, right? So on the 5-minute, we see that we have a large down candle right here, all right, that trades into liquidity. So by definition, this is what I define as an order block, right? It trades into liquidity, all right? And so I'm looking for the high of the order block to get traded above, which validates it, and then I can buy within that order block for framework, right? So basically, we trade above the high right here, and that gave me enough confirmation to go down to a lower time frame, like the 1-minute, and just buy the retracements that were happening, right? So overall, again, the narrative, right, was from liquidity to we want to see it trade into the gap inefficiencies, and also the high, right, around there. So basically went down to the 1-minute, all right, and we see that after, okay, I'm gonna mark the time when that order block was validated. We validated the order block at right around 9:15, right? So 9:15, we validated that order block, and all right, just mark this right there. And so after that, comfortable buying the retracements. So I just entered just early entry within the video because I was trading narrative over precision, but we see that price basically trades back into this fair value gap right here that we have, all right? And so this would have been like the optimal entry to take within this, and this also acts as a low risk buy entry for the market maker buy model, right? Which is the basically one of the stages of a market maker model. So overall, we look for also on the lower time frames within the market maker model, we're going to look for our targets. And so we see that we have the original consolidation right here, all right, where price actually built that discount. So my target is going to be, the low resistance target is trading right back into that original consolidation, right? Market maker buy models and sell models don't always have to complete. So you want to make sure you're taking most of your partials and your profits, right at that original consolidation, which is what I was doing, right? So we traded down here, all right, and then we traded above this candle, right, that trades the fair value gap, the down candle that also displaced higher. So this is an order block, all right, and that gets reaccumulated right there. And then we trade higher, all right, we expand higher, right? And so the same place right here where we actually traded up very quickly, with like a institutional order flow entry drill entry, as he talks about, right, is going to be the same place where they look to, do their accumulation, right, on the other side of the curve, right? So the same fair value gap is used right here, all right, and we blend that old reference point with a new reference point with this fair value gap, and that is used, okay, to send price higher, which is what I look for. You see in the video when I was recording, right? So it trades into here and expands higher. I took my partials, and because of time, right, and where we were at, All right, I was content with what I had, so I basically just let the trade, just go and do whatever it did. Right, I trailed my stop loss, and then I eventually closed out within the consolidation. But overall, it's a good trade. Around, I entered around right here around 949, in the 490s, right? And I took partials and secured once I profit around the 556 area, right, on this broker. So overall, about a 60-point move, a little more 60 points, and so that's really all you need, especially within NFP conditions. It's also the day after a large range day, so you want to be nimble with what you're going for in terms of profit objectives. All right, so that was basically the whole explanation of why I took that trade, and I hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough. I'm definitely gonna be dropping more things like this, and stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in the next one.